Good morning. A few things I'm going to work on this morning. Had some time. Got some things to do this morning. But thought I would get on live for a few minutes. Waiting on you guys to see, since I give such great notification. Gonna eat my breakfast and drink my coffee. I've got a couple albums I'm working on, a couple of updates on that. Not going to make for much of a rewatch later, at least for the first few minutes. Unless they like to watch a Jimmy Dean breakfast bowl being eaten. Send my son a good morning text. Hey, Shelley. She is fine. She's eating breakfast, and I'm eating breakfast. You got some couple albums I'm going to work on. I'm doing some pennies. I've got 2 boxes of pennies. Actually, I've got 3 boxes of pennies and 3 boxes of nickels. I got some in from Pa. So at some point I want to do some of the nickel boxes too. But I got my nickel album. I'm going to fill all the spots in it that I have dates for, no matter what their condition is. And I got that 38D that I bought from Southern Metals auction in, and I actually, the nickel album too, Allison bought it for me. Hey, Stanhorn, I had gone to work, and I told her, and I told Southern Metal, I said, you know, Alley Cat 6 is my wife. I said, if I have to leave for work, can she bid for me? And so, just so that he would know who she was. And then I bought the, I was able to buy the 38D Walker before I left. And then when I got to work, she texted me and said, you owe Southern Metal more money. And she had bought the nickel album that was a partial fill. So I've got an album, but I'm going to transfer those nickels over. And is the audio loud enough, Stan? Are you getting good audio? Do I need to do anything with that? And I'm sitting back from the mic a little bit, but it's pretty sensitive. But anyway, how's all your mornings going? Stan, you said you were having to get out and about. I've got to later this day. Okay, good. I bought a new safe that I've got to, Allison said I need to get hearing aids, Shelley, but I haven't done it. Although, she was saying something to me the other day. She said something, and I was almost like, well, that can't be what she said. So maybe I do need hearing aids, because I thought she said that when my son gets back from Germany, he had a date, and I couldn't have heard that right. So I'm just joking, but I was going to tell her, yeah, I might need hearing aids. I thought you said our son had a date. Stan, did you get the penny box last night? Did you get the penny box last night at Pa's? Oh, I just saw Shelley's comment. Congratulations on that. This is not your first one though, right? Am I correct on that? Give me just a second. I need to let my dog in. Shelly, 37 here this morning, Shelly. Okay, you can have a treat too. Yeah, I know, you don't deserve it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm back. People would, think we're crazy for getting those mom and pop penny boxes for any amount, over $25, but they are so awesome to open. $27. That should have been pretty much the low here. The sun's up a little bit, but supposed to warm up for the rest of the week though. Did the snow stick that you were getting? It looked like there was a big storm predicted for that area during the Thanksgiving week. So I haven't watched the Wheel of Time yet. Yeah, to most people would just be a penny, a bunch of pennies, right, Stan? Well, that's good. You get another few days of good driving, hopefully. So I've got to pick up the new safe I bought today. I was wondering how in the heck I was going to get that in the house with my son in Germany. So my daughter's boyfriend's coming to help me, so that's good. I'll be able to get that in place. Got to carry back. I've got probably 3 of these 4 pennies and 1 full of nickels. So I've got to make a bank run this week while I'm off too, and I'm planning on streaming some. I'm off. I'm going to go into work tomorrow just because it's an opportunity to work double time. But I'm taking the rest of the week off and next weekend also. So I'll plan on trying to stream maybe every morning or maybe some in the evening. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. my brother, he's maybe 5 years, 2 years younger than I am. I know his birth date, but I'm not sure the year. But he was moving a piece of furniture, him and his son, and he tried to lift it using more his arms than his back and tore his bicep loose. Had to have surgery to have all that fixed. So I don't need to do that, but he's IT. Hey, oh, hey Treasure Hawk. I wore this just for you. Good morning, good sir. Thanks and good job for helping with the auction last night. You're lucky my wife's not up and in here on the audio, Treasure Hog. I'm a Bama fan, but she's a Bama fanatic. You're right, Shelley. She must not be watching. It's always exciting though, Shelley, to get them hand rolled. But you got my luck. I've gotten one box of halves that I actually went, and matter of fact, the bank that I was using that cut me off called me and said that they had a box of halves if I wanted them, and I was so excited. And so I rushed down to the bank and got the box, and they brought it out, and when she brought it around the corner, I noticed it was opened. And then after I paid for it, I got it to the car, and the whole box had already been searched, and they were just trying to dump it because they don't have a way really to deal with the $half. So I was really upset. I went through it anyway, found some DDOs, and then took it back to my credit union that had a coin counter, which is where all these pennies and nickels are going. That's fine, Treasure Hog. Beat your drum, brother. You did a good job last night helping Pa out. We all appreciate that. He's still trying to recover from that being sick, it looked like, and I know he was tired. So thank you for pitching in and helping him with that. Where's your family in Bama at, Treasure Hog? Good morning, Jason. Now there's the Silverman. You need to change your name. Jason Silverman. Your family's in Opelika, right, Shelley? You've been getting some awesome boxes, Jason. Okay. Sure y'all are tired of seeing me eat breakfast. Okay, had to clear my sinuses. I didn't think y'all wanted to hear that. So, what are we doing today? I've been organizing the coins I had out. I went through all the pennies and gotten them to a place. And I've got two albums here. One is a nickel album that I won in an auction from Southern Metal. This is the stack of cart prizes that Southern Metal's been. Oh, and that's not all. I think I got one here too that I haven't opened yet. That I've been getting from Southern Metal when doing boxes with him. So they're starting to stack up. I may start doing those for a giveaway or something. Then I've got this. This coin is Allison wanted to go through all of our constitutional. She's like, I have no idea what you have, and so she wanted to go through and sort and catalog everything. So she found this. Not sure how to get that to do very well, but she found this 40%er that had some corrosion on it, and she didn't want to leave it in with the rest of in the roll with the rest of that silver. So I think I'm going to do that for a giveaway one day. And then I got this I want to do for a giveaway. That was it was something that I had bought in an auction, and I bought it thinking it was something that it's not. I thought it was a 1 ounce silver round, but it's actually an 8 ounce. But it's still pretty cool. Got pirate on it and some cool designs on it. So you know it. And I got a backup too. A backup pen. Paw pen. This was a Walker that Allison won on Coin Crew. If y'all haven't ever gotten on any of their streams, he does a lot of good hunts, and also auction, of course, 2 or 3 times a week. But God, you can get some decent deals in there. It's not quite. The auctions aren't quite bidded up as much as you see on some streams. So you can get some good deals on that. He goes to a ton. As a matter of fact, they own a coin shop in Michigan, I believe, and so he goes to a ton of coin shows. So I've also got him looking for my V nickels. Let me silence that. So he got me 5 V nickels that I'm adding to the album. So we'll be doing that. And I want to show you guys the 39 nickel that I found. I'm gonna take it out of this album because I tell you what, it is the cleanest nickel to be almost 100 years old. If I can get this camera to focus enough for y'all to appreciate it. But that is a 39p Jefferson nickel. And this was what I had in the album. And I had found this in one of the boxes and was just kind of cleaning up, and I remembered I found it, so I replaced it. But that thing looked almost brand new. It's not, of course, not a full step or anything like that, but it has some good luster to it still. Hey, JC Like Pam, good to see you last night at Pa's auction. That was fun. That will be my first nice Morgan that I bought last night. I've got some. I think that's a Morgan. Yep. But Allison has really fallen in love with that design, and I didn't want one in a slab, so I bought my first nice Morgan last night for the collection. Remember to send that to Paul. So also I bought, what else did I buy? Oh yeah, I bought this this is a 1974 mint set that has the 74D is the DDO. So let me see if I can get that on the scope. But so I bought this with thinking about having it graded because it's from the mint, never been out of the packet, but it looks, and that's, you know, something I'm unsure of. I mean, so you can buy these all day long for 12, 13, 14 bucks. And so I'm really struggling thinking about how to open, or should I bust the pack and open this with the intent of maybe grading this 74D DDO. But for some reason I'm having a real hard time making myself open this blister pack. Alright, I've got to redo this scope. Okay, so this is the 74 DDO. You can see the notch in the 4. See the lines in the 4? I mean, it's really clear. The split in the U, the line down the R, the doubling in the S and T. But the problem is it has to score really high. MS 64 and up. Yeah, I guess, but it kind of be a push. You can even see doubling on the Y there, and that is not one that the part that we normally look for. when you look for that doubling. And then Pa always looks for that extra metal on the T, but I've never really noticed that extra at the Y, on the Y also. So it has some really strong doubling on it. But you really have to get a good grade for it to get on up there. And it has some minting. This is not environmental. I think this is dye damage. Here you can see some scratches. That's not on the plastic, I don't believe. Alright, so consensus is I'm going to open this, and so I can get a really good look at it under the scope while I've got such good opinion here. Alright, I'm shaking though. I don't know, somehow for some reason it seems wrong to open the mint set, but here we go, it's done. Let me put on some gloves too before I get into that. I've got a box of gloves here somewhere. Give me just a second. Okay, I'm going to set this on something too so it won't scrape around on the bottom of the scope. Okay, let's see how our, and let's move up, get a bigger picture maybe. Okay, there's the T, the extra metal on the T, the extra on the Y that I never really looked at before. I think you can kind of get a line down that R also, but there's the trust. With strong doubling on the S and R, T. The notch on the 4. And so some of that must have been in the plastic. It doesn't look as bad to me under the scope out of the plastic as it did in the plastic. But it's pretty clean. There's a couple of vampire marks there. I'm not sure what that is. But this is fresh out of the mint set, 74D DDO. And the back is gorgeous. I mean, the one that I sent off that was in circulation, I got a 62 on. surely to goodness this would be a couple of grades up in magnitude. But it has to get to, I think the highest grade that PCGS showed for this is a 66, if I'm not mistaken. And that's a several $100 coin. So Seaweed rather, Seaweave 02, y'all know her, I know you've seen her in the streams. She has PCGS account. As a matter of fact, she sent some pennies of mine in from that mom and pop box I was doing. And we're waiting on them to come back. They've been gone for a few months. So $50. I'm not sure if that has the DDO in here. It'd be easier to look it up online, I think. $74 double die reverse at MS67 is $175. So you know, that would be the hope, to get it up that high. And that can't be right. I mean, this book's is a couple years out of date, but I know that oh no, that's not that. That's just the 74D. It doesn't give prices on the DDO, not right there anyway. Somebody's in front of their computer, see if you can look up PCGS and on the 74D DDO. And I've also started using the gray sheet to look at prices. Do y'all use that also? Yeah, do y'all use the gray sheet any? I've just started looking at it some. I've had it mentioned before. Liberty, Franklin, Kennedy, 74 DDO. So if we could get a 65, it would be a $128 coin. If we get a 66, according to the gray sheet, now this is not PCGS or, and I'm told this is more of a indicator of what the actual sell price is, what you may be able to get out of it. So on the gray sheet, the highest grade that it shows is a 66. And at a MS66, $975. So from a 66 to a 65, it drops about $600. But I'd be happy with a 65. I may try to do an auction one day. It looked like a good way to trim some of the excess and have fun doing it. So anyway, I'm gonna get this in a flip, but I was excited to see that in the mint set and thought that I would never have another chance to get a... Alright, Stan, be careful. Get a chance to get a coin pretty much untouched to grade than this, and know it was a 74 DDO, which is one of my favorite. So get this in a flip. I'll get with seaweed and seaweave and see if she would be willing to submit it for me. That's something I think Pa should do, is get into some grading. All right. So let's see how my... So now I have an open mint set. Does anybody need some really nice 74-year coins for their collection? Yeah, that's... I recommend, I guess, now, I mean, I've never bought or sold coins based on the information that I've found on the gray book, but it seems like they have some good, you know, everyday man type prices in there. I've just heard about it. I don't really know how, you know, those prices are translated. I'm assuming these are more cumulative prices of what they have sold for of late. All right, so I got that in a split. So I bought that from CoinOp back a couple weeks ago. Okay, that'd be good, Shelly. So I've got the P and the D side for all that. And the P side would be unopened. Okay, is that what that is? So the gray sheet would be more what you could realistically expect to buy person to person, Treasure Hog. That'd be right. Alright, so we got that decided. I'll have to shoot Seaweed an email. I mean, PCGS submissions right now are taking forever. So, although the NGC, the one that I had graded that I gave to Paul, it took a while too. Thank y'all for helping me with that decision. Alright, so let's work on some albums. Let's do the easy one first. So I bought a 38D Walker from Southern Metals auction also, and I thought it was in really nice shape. It's got a good clear date on it, and got it from Southern Metal, first auction he had. How many slot did you get, Treasure Hog? I don't know. I think right now, Seaweed mentioned it, that they may just be overwhelmed with the new uh, Morgan and Peace dollar and all the new coins that came out this year. They may just have such a backlog of coins they're trying to get graded because of the new Morgans and pieces that have come out, uh, that they're way behind. So I'm going to update the Walker album with that. What time? 7:25. What time Academy opens? So Jim Cantor is looking at his local coin shop for some of these holes that I've got to fill, but they're going to have to be very lower grade and maybe a one a year coin to fill the rest of these slots. But I'm going to try to get every slot filled. You get free submissions with that, right, Treasure Hog? I became a member of NGC briefly when I first started doing this, when I was still thinking I was fixing to find all these treasures every time I opened a box, and would be sending tons of coins in to be graded so I could make all that money. And I kept it for a while, and then I canceled it. But I think I sent one coin, and I sent it by somebody else that had a NGC. So this was the 38D, and it is a semi-key date. I think there's 400,000. We'll look at it in a second. 400,000 or 500,000 minted, and it's one of the easier ones to get of the key date coins. So, but that filled the whole back half of the book. So I've got 35. Actually, I've got 23S all the way through the rest of the years. So everything that I lack now is pre 1921. And I've got, that's one I got with bullion uncirculated, and then the 42 also was an uncirculated coin. 8 submissions to make. Those 3 pennies I sent was from a mom and pop box, so you might be interested to see what they grade. So the 38D, 491,600 of those coins. So that's a low mintage. And then the 21s, I mean, imagine getting one of these 21Ps or 21D, 208,000 minted. So those are going to be pricey. And then I also am looking for the some of the early 16s and 17s that have the mint mark on the obverse, or some of the others. But if I can, I don't know, you never know. Might come across one. But ours had been in process at PCGS for a month and a half without having made much progress. So as soon as I get those back and get dates on them, and I'll let you know how they scored, so that you maybe have a little idea of what you could expect. Let me Okay. So now we're going to move on to the V nickels. So if anybody has thought about doing a V nickel album, I'm fixing to have an empty album if anybody would be interested. So I had bought a Whitman album, and in that I have two. Now also when I bought that, where's it at, from Southern Metal, he included this 1883 in really nice shape, and I need to compare it to the one that I have in here, because this is the one that is without cents. So in 1883 they made two. They started making them that was without cents, and they ended up adding the cents just at the bottom of the V. And I think Southern Metal or somebody told me that they did that because people were counterfeiting this in gold somehow or another. And so when they put the cent on there, it kept that from happening. So I don't have an example with the cent in it yet. So that's one of the coins I'm going to be looking for on eBay or whatever. Area I'm able to do. Coin Crew is looking for some nickel in the shows, and we'll see how far I get with the fill here. And so I have this small album that's going to be a Liberty nickel, but I'm taking the nickels out of it and putting them in the other. So here's an 1893, 1889, and I have a tube about half full of nickels too. So it's 1896, and I'll show you. I can show you on this one. I'm trying to get, better example nickels to put in the album as I go. I'm not in a hurry trying to fill it, so but this album became available on that auction, and so we bought it just to fill the holes for now, but I'm hoping to upgrade these as I go. And there's one of the, I think there's a 1913 that is not considered, you do not have to have that to consider yourself having a complete collection, because it was minted so, I don't know, it was such a rare coin that the best example sold for $4.1 million, I believe, at auction. So it's so rare, they don't consider you having to have it to have completed the set for to have a Liberty nickel album. So okay. Nice treasure hog. So let's see, I've got these two, so let's start lining these up for dates. $1905, 1904, 1899, 1906, and then we'll put them under the scope and look at them for quality. 1909, 1897, 1900, 1912, 1901. Do the 1900s up here. 1907, 1903, 1902. There's 2 years in the 1912 or 2, and I haven't really decided. I think there's a P and an S mint in 1912. There's a few years that they had 2 mint coins, so I'll try to look at that too. 1911, 1910, 1896, 1889. Oops. And 1893. Now let's see what I have here. There's another 1911, so I've got 2 of those. I think that's the best example, but we'll look at that. So it's 1904 there. 1907. I kind of like the ones that have the, I don't know, I guess you would call it dirt, but a little bit of, I mean, that's actually not a bad 1910 there. I'm trying to get that have Liberty still somewhat visible or visible on the crown, if that's what that is. So that was not a bad example. 1910, got a nick in it, but that's just life, not warrior. In 1892, in 1906, another 07, 03, another 07, some of these are so wore that I know I'm not going to use them. Like this one, you can hardly even see the V on the back. Usually they have at least some definition on the back, but that one's well worn. That's a 1904, so I've got one fairly good on the edge, so we'll go ahead and put it over there. 1907, another. 1907, we have lots of examples for that. 1903, 1908, 1903, another 1903, 1912, and I don't know which one that is. I've got to figure that out. 1907, 1912, 1901. I think, yep, I had one of those. There's not but 33 total coins to make the album complete. 1900, that's well worn. So 1908. And another 1900, that's a little better. 1900. So there's the one that first I want to compare these two. That this one I got as part of this collection. This was not in the album, but he included it because it's a nice coin. So I want to compare it with the one that I have in here and see if I want to change it out or keep the one I have. One thing I like about these Whitman albums is the plastic covers that cover the holes, so you don't have to worry quite so much with wear on the album if you take stuff out and replace it. Like one of those albums that Southern Metal was doing, the coin was falling out. I think he put post-it note on it to kind of hold it in. Alright, so this is, let's go to the big scope. Oop, I need the big scope. There we go. So this is one example of the 1883 without cent. I wonder if I can get a whole coin picture here. I bet I can. Now I just need to see if I can get it to focus. Oh yeah. Okay, y'all are cooking breakfast. How do you cook your bacon? I've started doing bacon in the oven every morning, and it is sure easy that way. So that's one example, 1883. I mean, this is the other. That one has some, look like a little more damage on the cuts and bruises. So it may be that one. So put in chat if you will, if you're not too busy. So this will be option 1 for the album, 1883. No cent V-nickel, option 1. Or option 2. This is option 2, 1883. Got good detail too, but looked like it had a little harder life. But still a really clean coin. Yeah, that's what I started doing. So 1 or 2, if you saw both examples. That's 2, 1. So the next year I have is in 1889 that there are no other options on. But that is one I will be looking to try to do better with. And then the 1892, I don't have another option for that. Thank you, JC. I agree. Thank you, Shelley. It's the 1892 that I'm going to put in the album. But like the you know, on these, this is what I would like to have most of them look like. I like the detail on the bust on these coins with that liberty and the hair. I mean, it almost reminds you of the Morgan. I agree. Thank you, Treasure Hall. So that's number one. We're going to go with that. That's the only one I have through the first 6 slots through 1887. So, and then I got the 1889 in. I'm going to go with this 1892 is the only one I have for the 1892. I don't get mad at them if they've got that dark toning. I kind of like it. It kind of makes it pop, I think. But it's got some pretty good detail. I'd like, you know, a little more detail on the hair and liberty and that, but it ain't too bad. So that's 1892. And I've got a 93, I believe. Yep, 1893. It's the only one of those I have. So those are the ones that I'm going to be kind of shopping for to upgrade as I go along. So that completed that panel. Then I've got an 1896, and that's the only one of those two, I believe. What is that one? Yep, 97. So there's the 96. We'll go with that for that slot. But it's got some wear on the back. Oh well, it's what I've got there, so we'll do that for the 1896. And be looking to upgrade that at some point. And then that was the 1897. It's kind of toasty too. Yeah, well, you know, most of these, I don't guess you could call them free because I got them as part of Paula's box donations for in the Hudson Collector's Kit, 1897. And I may get him. I think Allison or I are going to do. One of us is going to do the original box option today on the hunt. So that's, I mean, all you guys know, but somebody watches the rerun. Put Paula's link up. 1899. That's one example. And 1899. That's the second. I'm gonna go with it first. I'm sure y'all agree that one's a little bit not quite as cut up. So 1899. But Paul's got a hunt this afternoon. If somebody's watching this that has not been a part of Paul, the Paul experience, we have a good time in that. And he will be on this afternoon at 2 o'clock. Also, Copper Owl, he's hunting tomorrow. I will be at work. But if you haven't ever donated before and you would like to donate in a slightly cheaper format than some of the so you know, that being said, I have this coin in my album. So if anybody is collecting, that's a really nice 1883 with cents. If you're in need. Excuse me. So I think one of us is going to do maybe a 5-ounce round, and one of us is going to do the Hudson's collector's kit with the 1-ounce rounds in the 90s. All right, so we're in 1900 now. So I have 3 all toasty 1900s to put in. That's probably the worst example. That one's a little better compared to that one, compared to this one. Yeah, I'm thinking this one for the 1900. I'm not going to have a ton of slots empty. I mean, for having not started this very long ago and haven't spent a ton of money in doing this. So somewhere I got to find that. Oops. I've got another 5 nickels somewhere. I had put some stuff aside. To open as a mail call, and I didn't do that. I already had it open. But I've got 5 nickels that Corn Crew got for me that I bought that are in pretty decent shape. I've got to find what I did with them. Oh, I forgot about that. Congratulations, Treasure Hog. If it's a boy, she gets for herself up to $500. If it's a girl, I get the prize. If she gets $500 and Pa gets another penny box, hint, hint. What did I do with those nickels they sent me? Hey, Brian and the twins, welcome. Don't believe I've met you in here before, but I hope you're not expecting high tech. We're just chatting. I'm working on a V-nickel album I've got going. And there's an 1883 with cents. Hold on just a minute. I thought I had one of these, and I do. Hey, Dad, spare change. Stop the press. Okay, so this is, I knew I had one of these. It's in a flip, but it's a little slick. It's not as nice as the 1883 without cents, but so here's the other side. This is the 1883 with cents. So this is the without cent 1883. And you can see the back has no cent at the bottom. And then they changed the design and added the cent. I had that in a flip, that's why I couldn't find it. So that's going in. That's a good pickup there. And I think I bought that from Southern Metal in his store with a donation I made one time. I think I bought one and he threw the other one in or something. I can't remember. Okay, so that filled two nice spots there. Okay, so where were we? So we're at 1900. I got one in for that already, so let's put that aside. 1900, 1899. I got that one. Don't confuse me, Treasure Hog. Oh, okay, Brian, I got you. I got you. Well, Treasure Hog, welcome. I hope everything goes very well with her pregnancy. I wish you guys the best. Welcome to the wacky world of parenting. Okay, so that's a little dirty on that 1901, but I can make out a little bit of the Liberty. The back's a little toasty, and that one is too. So we'll go with this one. I think even though part of the V is worn away, I like the detail on the front a little better on that one. So that's going to be our 1901 coin. And for 1902, we only have one example. So we'll be going with this one for 1902. In 1903, I have 5, so let's see with it. So some of these are really warm. Wondering if it, with it being so far away, that it might be better to up the lighting. And then this is the last. That. Alright, so that one. I don't think it really matters on these. They're so close to each other in quality. Gina R. Did I see you? Oh, good morning, Gina. So we'll look at the detail on the back on these also, since they're all pretty much even on the front. Okay, I'm going to take that one out since it's pretty wore on the back, so that's not going to be consideration for the album. So I'm going to take that one out too because of the wear on the back. So we're down to 3. Three coins now. All right, I'm thinking this one. We did fertility treatments for both my first son and my daughter, and that's a rough experience. I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but we did make it through. Hannah was born through fertility treatments, and Caleb was born with fertility treatments, and we called Jacob the freebie because he just came along. 1903. All right, so 1904, I have 3 examples for 1904. Are you doing well today, Gina? So I have one, I don't know, this one's probably been cleaned. But, you know, I'm really not mad at that for the album. It's got some wear on the back, too. And then this is the other one. I think I like the cleaned one better. Yeah, it's definitely wore on the back on that one. Yep, I'm going to go with the cleaned version. It's got a nice back on it. So that'll be our 1904 edition for the nickel. That completed that panel, got all of them, 1900 through 1905, and the 1905 is a nice one. It's got the full ear and Liberty and some of the hair details in the 1905. Alright, so now we are at 1905, which I just said I've got, so I'm not going to, although that one's not bad, but the other one, the one I have in there is better. That's a nice one though, that's not too bad. I'm doing fine. Haven't been on in a while, so I woke up early this morning. I got some things to do later this morning, so I thought I'd been saving these coins that I had put together for doing this album. Hey, William. Yeah, I figured that one was cleaned, but I don't care. I didn't clean it. So I'm at 1906. So I have this 1906 and this 1906 for consideration. Whew. My wife's birthday is 5/5. She was born in 5/5/65. So it would be okay if you had a 5-5 baby. We would approve, Treasure Hawk. And both of those are kind of toasty on the back. I think I'm going to go with this one. They're both kind of toasty on the back and about the same on the front. Alright, so we're at 1907, and I have 7 examples on the 1907. Would be 1, May the 4th, Star Wars. Be another example. Unless you have found one that really is, you know, better taken care of. It seems like the wear is pretty general on the obverse on most of these. My daughter was a January 4th, and my son was a February 26th. And Caleb was May 28th, I believe. May 26th. I wish that had not had so many dings on it, but I would probably go with that one just because it make the detail pop with the dirt on it. Alright, so all of them are pretty much the same on the front. Let's look at the backs on them, see if any of them stand out on the back. That one's out. It's got a big old booger on it. Alright, so these two, I kind of like this one on the left. Great grand uncle. $1908 now. I'm getting to the 1912s. I've got 4 or 5 of those dads per change, and I don't know where the mint mark is on it. So we were going to kind of investigate that when I get to those. But I've got 4 examples, and I had them. I want to say they may all be the same, but we'll look. They were in 2 different spots in the album I took the nickels out of, and then I had a few myself. So we'll have to see when I get to that 1912, 1908. And another 1908. I kind of like this one. Oh yeah. Got a little bit of the liberty in the crown, and that is a crown, isn't it? I don't know what that is. Let's see what the back looks like. Oh yeah, that's not bad. It's had some love over the years, but that's not too bad. I like that one more than that one. $1909, I only have one for that year. So it's got barely legible a little bit of the liberty, a little bit of the hair detail. The back's not too awful. So that'll be our 1909 example. Okay, 1910. Okay, that one. It's got some liberty showing, some hair detail. It's a little dirty, but don't mind that. That one's worn a good bit more on the obverse. Let's look at the reverse on these. My over desk cam is dead in the middle of this TV, so it's hard for me to, I have to look around it if I look funny on the camera, or funnier. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one for my 1910. 1910, 1911, I have two. And I've got some pretty good detail on that one in the hair. A little bit on the crown, on Liberty. Nice back. That'd be example one. And let's see, we need to compare those two. I think I like, what do y'all think? So this would be example one. And this would be example two for the album. Then I have a one for the reverse and two for the reverse. Between the dot of the U and C, okay, that's the next year I'm doing. So we'll be looking for the mint mark on the thank you, Shelley and William. We'll be looking for that mint mark on the next year. So what do y'all think? 2 or 1? 1 or 2 for the album. You like 2, William? The more I look at it, the more I'm liking that too. I like the 1 has a little more color to it, I believe. Alright. I think 2 has the consensus, though. We'll go with 2. Now the 1912 has all 3 mints, so I don't know which ones I have, so that will be interesting to find what I've got, because I have no clue. So I'm going to just start off with these on the reverse. So this is, on the obverse, this is the first 1912, and I like the dark toning on it, dark dirt or gunk or whatever you want to call it. And then on the other side, y'all see the mint mark on reverse to the lower left of cents under the dot. So I don't see a mint mark on this one. Maybe I need to come in a little closer on this set. And then this is the next one. That must be a D. What do y'all think about that? Yeah, that had to have been a D. So that's a 1912 D. Y'all agree with that? And then that would be a 1912P, I guess. So that's got to be a D. And that's another P. And it would be cool if I think that's an S. I may have all 3 of these. That would be cool. No. I just think that's going to be a D. I can't. I think that's going to be a D too. So I got that's a D. And that's definitely a D. That's the D. This is the other one. I think it's a D too. Y'all agree with that being a D there? So I need a 1912S to fill the 1900 page. The 1913 is an ultra rare nickel that sold for $4.1 million, the last one of the examples. So it's so rare that they don't consider you having to have it to have a complete Liberty Head album. So now, that's a D. So let's back off again now. So I have 2 D's and 2 P's. And let's back off and see which one of the D's, and I think I'm going to go with the dark toned. I may have went too far out. I think if it was painted, Shelly, if I could clean it, I might try. To clean it. I mean, if I'm just wanting to do it to put in my album, and I'm not, I'm not going to be selling it. I just want it to look good. I would attempt to clean it, I think, if I thought it was painted. So that's the 2Ds then, and looking at the detail on the back, they seem to be pretty even. On the front, actually this will be 1, and this will be 2. 1 looks better out from under the scope, I think, than 2 does. And then this will be the obverse. Barely got some ear there for a 1912D. No really good hair detail on that. Barely. They're pretty even, I think, on the obverse. So that being said, I like the reverse on 1, so I'm going to use 1 for the album. So what, the 1912S, oh, that might be that $1 million nickel. Not but 238,000 of the 2012S minted. No wonder I don't have one. Man, that would be awesome if I did. I wonder what the gray sheet says on that. Let's take a look. S. Oh yeah. I don't know. I can get a VG 10 or so. It would cost me $120, $130. But if I could get one with some detail on it in that range to complete the 1900s, I don't know, I think that'd be worth it. So I've got a 1912D. That's not bad. I mean, that's one of the lower mintages. 8,474,000 minted, so I have an extra one of those. And this will be the P, of which I like this one best. It got more detail. I know it's dirty, but can't get mad at a little dirt. It really makes the coin look good. And it has some good liberty on the obverse too, which I don't think this one did. So on the 1912P, I'm going with the dirtier one. But it's not a bad album feel. For the 12S, William. Okay, I will get it and try to get it back out again. Alright, so that one didn't make it. So let me go back to the other camera now. So we ended up pretty good, I think, with, this is an album probably primarily filled with Hudson collector's kits. Oh, and I still got those nickels I never did find. I may have to do that. I'll have to do that. I'm not going to bore y'all with the hunt through my disorganized self, but I've got a 5 nickel set that I bought from Coin Crew somewhere. I don't think I've already taken them out. Oh, here they are. So what were they? Because these were all, yeah, I'm going to have to do some swapping out again. These were all better quality, because I had specified that I wanted some detail to the hair. So I'm going to have to go back, change these out. So that's a 1909. And this is a 1912. Oh, let's see what the mint mark is on that. That's a P. And that's going to, oh, excuse me, my nose itching. That's going to give the one I put in a run for its money. What we got here is a 1910. I knew I had these. I wasn't sure what I did. That's a better D. That's a much better D. What do you think about that one, William? That's a 1912 D there. So I'm gonna have to change both of my 1912 back out. Okay, Gina, I will. I'm fixing to go back over the book in just a minute after I swap these out. I had bought these from Coin Crew, and I couldn't lay hands on them right quick. This is the 1911. So let me go back, and then I got a Walker that Allison won on a giveaway. So, but that definitely upgraded the 1912D. So I have 2 1912Ds now, plus the one in the album. So I'm going to upgrade to this one in the album. Yeah, that I asked Keith, you know, that I wasn't trying to be real persnickety, but that I was trying to look for examples that I was buying that had some detail on them, and these were the 5 that he got for me. But that's a pretty nice D right there. So that's going in. And then I'm not sure I won't change the other one out because I like the contrast. So y'all help me decide between, this will be number 1. Now I had that showing a much fuller picture earlier. I changed something or did something that's fussed with that somehow or another. Okay, so this will be example 1, which is the one I had in there. And this will be example 2, which is the one that I bought from Coin Crew. So, far as wear, example 1 looks better. It's got more of the ear detail, more of the hair showing. Liberty is about the same on both. I don't know. I still like the darker one. But as far as quality, I guess that would be the better coin because it doesn't have the dark on it. What do y'all think? The dark one or the other one? And that's the back of the dark one and the back of the lighter one. I think the lighter one, this is actually the better coin. I mean, I can't lie to myself about that. And it truly is the better coin, I think. Yeah. I think I'm going to put this one in the album, a little better grade, and keep the other one because it's cool. All right, so that completed it for sure. Oh no, I got to change these others out. The 1911. So 1911. This is the one that Coin Crew sent me. And this is the one I had in there. So I think the one they sent me a little better. It's got a little more detail and it's got a little darker toning to it. So this is another, the eye candy, I think, coins. But I think I'm going to replace that one with that one. So that's the 1911. And then I've got a 1910. Here's another one, although that one's got some toning to it too. But it has a really strong Liberty. This is the one I had in there, so yeah, I'm going to change that one out and go with the one I got from Coin Crew. And then this is the last one, 1909. And it's really nice detail, so it's going to be a no-brainer. So that's the 1909. I'm upgrading. This is the one I had in there, so there's not a lot of discussion on that one. So that turned out pretty good. Okay, so back to the big screen. I've got the full 1912 or 1900s with the exception of the 1912S. So 1900 every year through 1912D. So I've got the P and the D, and I don't have the S, which is very low mini, 238,000. And then for the 1800s, I have the 1883 without cent and the 1883 with cent. So I'm missing the 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 1990. I mean 1890, 1891, 94, 95, and 98. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So only missing 10 or 11, counting the 1912 S. 11 nickels out of a 33 nickel collection. That's not too bad a start. Definitely need some upgrades in there. Oh wow, William, that's cool. That 1911 was in pretty good shape too. Okay, William, we were talking earlier about I bought a 1974 mint set, and the 74 $50 is a FS 101 74D DDO, and I was really kind of conflicted over whether or not I should take it out of the mint packaging and have it graded. You know, I had the one that Pa and me found, and it graded in circulation at an MS 62, I believe. So this one is a mint set coin that's never been out of the pack till today. That I took out a little bit ago, and I'm wanting to. I'm going to have it graded. So we were looking at the quality on it, trying to make a decision on what we thought it could grade at. So this is the coin, and some of the it was hard to see through the plastic of the mint packaging. Good morning, hon. So it was, like I said, it was hard to see in the mint packaging. So we took it out, and we're looking at it under the scope. So I'm going to show it to you, William. Let me know what you think. I'm going to send this to have it graded.
I sent you some text.
Let me get the big scope up. So this is the coin, William. It's a 1974 DDO FS 101. Too late now, Dad. Spare change. But I would think they would have to take it out to do the proper due diligence on looking at it. So how should I best package it to send, William? You can see doubling inside the R there, and to the right of the R, the doubling to the right of the T.
You took that out of a set, didn't you?
Yep, doubling to the right of the Y. And really see the doubling on. But they don't like you to send them in to be graded in a cardboard flip. Is that not correct? Okay, Shelley. If I'm not mistaken, right, the instructions for sending a coin to PCGS says put it in a plastic flip, not a cardboard flip. So you don't want to send it to them in the wrong packaging.
Do they make a flip that's padded on both sides? Not with just that black ring? It's like got padding on both sides?
No, not that I know of.
Just for protection.
Yeah.
Good morning, Shelly. Hey, everybody.
So I have flips I can put it in, but
Yeah, do what they say.
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, they say that it should come in this plastic carrier like I had it in. But I think, once I get it in there, I'll quit putting it in, taking it out, putting it in, taking it out. So, but you can see the notch on the 4, the doubling on the word entrust. Uh-oh. Be gentle, be gentle, Allison.
Roll Tide!
Oh, Lord. Y'all done it now.
2:30! I've been watching SEC all day.
She's been watching SEC the SEC now, I believe, all morning.
Hey, JC. I sent you 3 texts, by the way.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
On my phone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, on Discord?
I sent you one on Discord and then I sent it on text because I didn't think
I haven't seen the one on Discord.
you wouldn't. I didn't think you'd check Discord, so I sent them.
I have notices on it.
You kind of have created a monster.
Oh, no. Oh, AC/DC. No way. Oh. With box. Allison found an AC/DC
Silver round.
silver round now. So
Yeah, plastic flips.
on AppMex.
Why do you see the dragon one?
Oh, did you send me another one?
I sent you 3.
Okay.
Just saying.
I only got the AC/DC one.
That's the only one you got. Text, not Let me make sure I sent them to the right number. Maybe I did. Oops.
Yeah, I'm going to Treasure Hog. That's what I thought. I was just taking it out to show William this one time. Once I put it back in, I won't be taking it out no more. Oh, nice, Shelley. That's a nice 1912. Sweet. Whew. That's almost uncirculated.
Okay. Giving you the dragon.
Okay, so I'm gonna put the DDO back up again.
I do too, JC. I love music of all kinds. Classical to hard rock.
We're also looking at AU50. I would say that, yeah. I would have given it that, or even a MS60. That's very pretty. Also looking at Lord of the Rings round. I don't know if y'all have seen the Lord of the Rings round on AppNext, but they have one that has the one ring, and the ring is highlighted in 24 karat gold. It is gorgeous. Okay, let me put a piece of tape on that to keep it closed. But I will send you a list, Gina, of the ones that I'm still missing. But I've got all of them but 10 out of 33 so far in the album, so that's not a bad start for a nickel album. We go on tangents on music, from Celtic Women to AC/DC.
I love it. I love all kind of music though. Pentatonic.
Hey, check out this 64 quarter. I thought it would mint state too. Can never get this camera to focus. That is a clean quarter right there.
That was a good box Jason found.
And this is another of my favorites that Shelley sent me. It's a Canadian, and it's the breast cancer awareness coin. So I'll keep that on my desk. Wow, so we've covered a lot of stuff here. 8:48. Hey, Allison, would you look on the website and see what time Academy opens? I'm picking up
Don't forget, you gotta take my list.
yeah, I've got to pick up a new safe, but I should be able to call them and get that done pretty quick. And then our cat has an appointment with the vet. I've got to go take him, and then somebody's gonna come help me move that safe in. Treasure Hog, you're gonna stir her up and then leave me with her.
What did he say? I gotta go back.
You know, he said Bama is gonna be on that highway to hell today.
Cause we coming to get you. Arkansas's going down.
We just need a good, clean game, kids. All right. Y'all go to your neutral corner till 2:30.
8 to 10.
8 to 10? Okay, they're open. So let's go another 10 minutes or so, and then I'm going to call it a day. We got Pa at...
Look at those other two texts I sent you.
Huh?
Look at those other
Okay.
two texts. I think I want the dragon one for Christmas.
We have Pa this afternoon for a box hunt. Oh yeah, that is pretty. Did it say 10 ounce?
It's a 10 ounce.
Oh yeah. That would be a good Christmas
Isn't it
present
pretty
though.
though? Isn't it gorgeous?
So this is the other outneck that she found is dragon coins, a 10 ounce silver.
It is beautiful.
I don't know how good the back. does that have a theme like Lord of the
I
Rings?
didn't even
or-
look at the back.
Oh, it's Dragon versus Vikings.
Yeah.
So this is
But it's
on
high
her
relief,
Christmas
so-
wish list.
Wouldn't high relief mean a lot of detail?
Oh, it's a lot of raised detail on it
Right.
because they show it at an angle.
It's high relief.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
It's gorgeous. And then there's one other.
Okay,
That
let
was
me
a
look at
Merlin.
it. Oh, that's
It was
Merlin.
Uh-huh. It's really pretty too.
So this is the Merlin. Come on out next. And it's a 1 ounce, so
Yes.
that's not too bad. That's the Merlin 1 ounce that she's looking at.
It is a chunk, treasure hunt.
Yeah, that's a chunk of silver
But
there.
man, wouldn't it be pretty on that shelf behind you?
Oh, I like the obverse on the Merlin one too. With that's a different look for the Niue Islands. Niue.
Bye, Shelley. What's the obverse? I don't know.
The front, obverse and reverse.
Okay. I've heard it. I just didn't know
Bye, Shelley.
what you were talking about.
But I like the obverse on that coin. It's pretty,
Those were my favorites I looked at today.
and that's the box it comes in.
Oh. I knew they'd have an AC/DC. I just knew it. They don't have Slash though.
So we'll be having an auction trying to get money up for the Christmas list.
Oh, Treasure Hog. I love dragons. I adore them.
She's got some awesome diamond art stuff. I'm going to try to fix my cluttered shelf behind me so that when I have the camera, the full camera going, that I can start highlighting some of her artwork and stuff. Right now all you see is my junk.
I have gnomes back there.
Huh?
I have gnomes I made back there.
Yeah, your gnomes are still back there.
I have more over here that
She just did 2 new gnomes.
are.
Let me show them.
You don't have to.
Got a sunflower gnome and a snowflake gnome.
Well, I don't have the sign glued to that one. They don't break.
That worked good. We were trying to figure out how to weight the feet, and we ended up using BBs. So this is the snowflake gnome she did. Not snowflake, but sunflower. For my daughter. She loves sunflowers. And then she did a winter gnome. Shelley,
Shelley left.
you will be getting the snow, and we will be getting the gnome. Shelley's gone, but
Yeah, she left.
so that's the 2 newest addition to our gnome family.
Yeah.
And then the Alabama gnome. You need to make Treasure Hog an
I
Arkansas
can do
gnome.
him in Arkansas, I guess.
Huh?
I can do in Arkansas.
Treasure Hog, she's on it.
He may not like gnomes.
You like gnomes, Treasure
I'm not
Hog?
sitting there
Would you
fighting
like an
gnomes.
Arkansas gnome, Treasure Hog?
I can do him a Christmas ornament size. Be easier to ship. I don't know how you ship that stuff. Yeah, I hadn't glued the sign, sorry.
Here's this one back now. You see a sign of it.
That's okay.
They're pretty sturdy.
They
too.
are
I thought
sturdy.
they
I
were just
made
gonna
them
like
where
fall
they
apart.
don't. No, I made them where they don't break. Cause that would be so frustrating. Thank you. They sit here and talk
They
to
look
me.
good, huh?
They talk to me all day, or I talk to them.
Okay,
I'm scared.
8:55.
What?
Shelley, you were supposed to be gone and not hear that.
Oh, I love it.
Thank y'all for coming in this morning. I've enjoyed going through and piddling with my coin. Thanks for the opinion on the 74. And we'll send Seaweave an email on that and get that in the mail to her. I think I'll wrap that in bubble wrap on top of the flip. Oh. They could forecast snow in 2 weeks and you wouldn't be able to buy bread or milk down here.
Oh my gosh, it'd be awful.
We love it when we get it, especially when they call off work and I don't have to go into work for a day or two. But we can't drive in it, Shelley. You drive circles around us. But thank y'all for coming in today and spending some time with me. Please come back for Pa's stream this afternoon.
Yeah, we will see y'all there.
And also, I think it's...
I'll be there, but I'll be lurking because ball game 2:30.
You ain't gonna be
Treasure
lurking
hog.
when your boxes come up.
Treasure hog, be there. Well, I'm number 5. Ball game will be over.
That's right. Ball game will be over by then.
Yeah. I'll be lurking.
So Copper Owl's hunting tomorrow. Paul will be on this afternoon at 2. So if you'd like to do some rolls with Copper Owl, he usually does 1 box. So he sells out quick sometime. But he does a good hunt. He's got some good things going with his hunt. So if you like it, he sells his for $3 a roll, I think. So it's a little cheaper than some of the other high frills hunts like Pa and Rob Find Treasure or Southern Metal. So if you're wanting to get your feet wet with a hunt, he's a good channel to start with. And so give him a like if you haven't been in there. I'm being outwomaned here.
I love you, Shelley.
So, all right, guys, y'all got to get on my side for the box battle at Pa's. So, just saying. But anyway, y'all meet us at Pa's for the hunt this afternoon. It ought to be a good time. I will be on and off, hopefully a good bit over the next 7-8 days while I'm off. So I hope to see you back in then. We'll be doing some penny hunts. I've got 3 boxes of pennies. I've got 3 boxes of nickels. So I will be doing roll hunts from here on out. Gina, thank you for coming in. I'll get you that list of the
Thank you, Gina.
nickels that I'm missing. See if you might have some of those dates. And you do the same for your buffalo nickels, because I have a whole tube of buffaloes that I can go through and look at dates for you. But that whole tube.
Nickels coming too. You got to go through.
I've already gone through all of them. I got that album in yesterday.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it came in yesterday.
Me.
I did that as part of my earlier stream.
Well, bummer.
All right, so thank y'all. Appreciate you coming in. Enjoyed the morning. Look for me later on in this week, off and on. I hope to be on every day. I just want to enjoy my time off and do some things that I like. So that includes being with you guys and doing some hunts and stuff. I got a couple of things I'll probably give away. I've got a 40%er, a 65 that had a little gunk on it, and an 1/8 ounce silver round, and some things that we'll do, and it'll be a must-be present. So I'm not going to do a comment video. If you'll come see me in my stream, it would be fine with me if I had, what do we got in here, 7 viewers, 8 viewers, and I had 8 chances for you guys to win. That would be awesome. That's my goal for the channel. I appreciate all you guys that push my channel on other channels. That's great, but I am really happy to have my small group of you that frequent this regular. I don't really look to have a bunch of people that are coming in just to win giveaways. So this is what we're about. And if you like this type of stream, please come back again. Hit the like button and give me a subscription if it's your first time. And we will talk to y'all later. We'll see you at Pa's, 2 o'clock, Pa's spare time. Y'all have a good day, and I will catch you then.